Alright, so I have my timer set for 15 minutes. I'm going to do some dry fire practice. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a vlog. And recently when I got my part-time job at this new gun shop, they said that they highly encourage I open carry. And I was like, well, I'm not a fan of it, but okay, I'll open carry. So I got this Fireline holster, which I had for my Glock anyways. And someone open carry it, but then I started thinking about, the guy decided to tell me more about why they want us to open carry. And so then I thought about when it is acceptable or appropriate to open carry. So what I did is I came up with a few reasons. So there's a few times in my time where I've been in gun shops and I've seen people open carry. Mainly it's either people there for IDPA or to shoot a class or something like that. They're cops, or they're actually working there. So because of that, decided to make a video. So when is it appropriate to open carry? I'd say when either you're working at the shop where you're an active deterrent, which is what cops are. They're deterrents and they enforce laws and stuff like that. And that's what he wanted me to be. Wanted the employees to be at this gun shop in range, is to be a deterrent. So in order for that to work is you have to be showing that you are a force, so you have a gun. Just like whenever we invade people, we have guns. And to deter crime and people from robbing you. You're not a deterrent if you are going to be the one guy who carries his gun, right, on the outside of his holster, on the outside of his hip like that, and then does this, puts his shirt over, which in Kansas that is called concealing a firearm, which that's concealed because you can't really tell it's a weapon. But that is not the same as a deterrent. Or if you're walking around a mall like this, or it used to be Walmart, or you're in a restaurant and you're open carry, and then you immediately go sit in the back corner of the place and you hide yourself from view from everyone else. At that point you might as well just carry concealed and sit where the hell you want. But regardless, he wanted us to be a deterrent, so now I'm carrying my gun on my hip like a cowboy, which is weird to me. But and then there's other shops I've been at where we carry guns and it's the same thing to be a deterrent. And for lack of a better word, for that shop they require they have a concealed carry license. And at the time I just had the concealed carry instructor cert because it was free for me, because the previous place paid me for it. Anyways, so I didn't carry there. Open carry, I should say. What happened was I ended up buying another gun and ankle carrying it, and then concealed carrying another one. But regardless, when it's appropriate to open carry, I'd say when you're at your job and you are an active deterrent to crime would be one. So right now I'm doing this dime drill. Do not do this ever with a loaded firearm or on an active range. It's a great way to get shot. Do it at with a cold range, or when you're doing dry fire like I'm doing now. Now all this is doing is I've noticed that I'm not pulling my trigger finger straight to the rear, and I'm getting a little bit of shakes in my front side alignment. So all this is doing is making sure that I am pressing straight to the rear without disturbing the sights. And if you do disturb the sights, the dime falls off. Now, why do it with a dry fire gun or with your gun with no ammo anywhere near this area? Is one, so say if it's usually done with another instructor and a student. So say you're shooting, press, and it doesn't fall off. Then the instructor comes out over here on this side, grabs the dime while you're still all pushed out, and then he'll push on the back of your shoulder here, and he'll cycle the reaction for you. so you can maintain side alignment, or as much of it as possible. Place it on back on the top of it. This is all while you're at full extension. And then you'll press again. Now if it does that, say you just loaded your gun and the instructor goes down to pick it up, and then the student goes down to pick it up, you might have just flagged the instructor. Which, believe it or not, it has happened, and it will probably continue to happen. That's why this drill is not really a good one to do with multiple people, but if you're on your own, it's good to just work with. Now what I've done previously is I've gotten another gun. This one's an airsoft gun, and it too has like roughly the same sights as what I have on this one, and you can press the trigger, but it's an airsoft gun, so there's no reason for the sear to reset, so you can press the trigger as much as possible. And when I get ready to do like faster cadences of fire, so if I'm doing like a 4 reload 4, I do something like that. Well, what I'm focusing on is trying to keep that front sight in the rear notch the entire time. And this trigger is not the same as the Glock trigger, but it is pretty crummy. So for those of you who bitch about Glock triggers, either shoot more or buy a new trigger. But this one has stock internals, and I'm not upset with it at all. I mean, it's a 5.5 pound trigger. So what I'm going to do is try to get 5 to 10 reps of this in a row to where it doesn't fall off. And then I'll switch to the other gun, put some CO2 in it maybe, and then just do some shooting with an airsoft gun. But I'm going to do more of these vlogs. I want to do 30 days in a row of dry fire. And so this is the first vlog. Currently the computer that I have that has my editing software is broken. So vlogs require very little editing. And, well, this is it. And we can cover a lot more content. So coming up, I have a class coming up in October, and it will be at Tallgrass Shooting Sports, and that's really close to Manhattan, just to let you know. And right now, if you sign up, and if you're the first 6 and you use coupon code FIRST6, and that's FIRST space and then the number 6, you can get 40% off on it. Now, a lot of people are like, common things of why people don't take training outside of the minimums required is, one, that they have to pay for it. And I think that's a good thing that people have to pay for training, because honestly, I offered free training to people, and one, they never took it. Or if they did take it, they thought they could argue with me all the time because I was their brother or something like that. And so they had no skin in the game, no investment, I would say. So they weren't open to learning. But, so the biggest discount I'm going to give is 40% off. That'll drop your total down to $72. We will shoot 500 rounds there. We're very well close to it. We'll shoot an FBI qual, Kansas Concealed Carry qual. We're going to throw in the Rangemaster Bullseye test. And a few other things. We're going to be doing a bunch of drills. Basically, this class, the defensive pistol course, is designed to get the shooter who just got done taking concealed carry, or is planning on getting a concealed carry, get them to where they need to be in order to defend themselves or others in a life or death situation. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by doing a bunch of drills and getting you guys able to manipulate your firearm and shoot accurately under time restraints which some people have said time restraints don't equal the same as real world scenarios, and I'm like, well, duh, you're not getting shot at. Of course they wouldn't release the same adrenaline that is happening when you're getting shot at or when you're in a firefight. So, that being said, we'll use time constraints to induce a little bit of adrenaline, but not much. Mainly it'll be a learning experience for people on how they can get better practice and better efficiency out of using their firearm. Another thing is the round count is 500 rounds. The original course, when I wrote the script for it, you do every drill about 3 times, and you would actually end up with 640 rounds. Well, we ended up cutting some of it due to time constraints, and we saw we were getting a lot of overlap. So here right now, the round count's at 480 rounds, and you could run it. If you are active duty or a law enforcement officer, I'd recommend running it in your duty gear, just like this, if you do have duty gear. Or if you're a regular individual, can still carry your firearm. There's no really mandated firearms for the course, but I'll recommend that you bring a double stack handgun. That is either 940 or 45. Bring 3 magazines, a belt and stuff like that. Which all of that is listed on shootingclasses.com. And then we also have the Facebook page and then YouTube page, which you're on right now watching this video. We'll have links to that down below. This is the tedious part of learning how to shoot a firearm, is dry fire, because it's really boring. And all you guys are seeing is probably not much me focusing on the front sight, and you're hearing it click, and not seeing much of anything happen, hopefully. Like that. Alright, so now dimes. How much time do we have left? We have 2 minutes. So, for the rest of the time, I'm just going to continue doing this drill. And really try to focus on not... Actually, I'll switch guns. I'm going to switch to that airsoft gun. So I'm going to switch to this Glock. It has a little bit narrower sight than my other Glock. It also has it doesn't have a dead trigger. Now you can get the ready mags. I'll try. Oh, that's not their name. But anyways, it resets to the sear for your Glocks. You get those magazines. They run close to, I think they're over $45. Alright, and that's it for me. My camera keeps dying, so thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.